After denying for months that any Russian entities purchased ads on Facebook during last year's election, the social media giant has admitted that it has belatedly discovered that some 470 phony accounts linked to a shadowy St. Petersburg media firm with ties to the Kremlin placed ads on highly charged issues in American politics, such as LGBT and gun rights ads that in some cases directly mentioned Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, and the 2016 election. Facebook officials acknowledged the existence of the ads in a closed-door briefing for investigators for the House and Senate Intelligence Committees. The company showed what it described as some samples of the ads, but didn't turn them over to investigators or release them to the media. Facebook said making the ads public would violate its strict privacy rules, even thought it acknowledges that most, if not all, of the accounts in question were registered under fake names and non-existent entities and have since been removed from Facebook's platform. We're trying to be as transparent as possible, but there are certain restrictions on what we can disclose under our data policies, a Facebook spokesman said in a response to a request from Newspulse News for copies of the ads. That response brought a sharp retort Wednesday from campaign finance specialists and some congressional investigators who noted that the exact wording of the questionable ads was critical. If the ads explicitly advocated or boosted one candidate or another, they would fall squarely under a federal law that bars foreign nationals from spending money to influence a U.S. election, making the individuals who paid for the ads and any U.S. persons who might have assisted them subject to criminal prosecution by the Justice Department and heavy fines by the Federal Election Commission. Trevor Potter, a former FEC chairman who was chief counsel for John McCain's 2008 presidential campaign and one of the authors of the landmark McCain-Feingold campaign finance law, said Facebook's stand was especially puzzling given that the company was willing to show select samples of the ads to congressional investigators. "I don't understand their position," Potter said in an interview. "These advertisements were directed to the public, so they've already been put up publicly. And if they showed samples of the ads to investigators, they've already violated their confidentiality rules." But Rachel Cohen, a spokeswoman for Democratic Senator Mark Warner of Virginia, the ranking minority member on the Senate Intelligence Committee, said the senator still has lots of questions for Facebook, including whether and how pages and groups may have been used to spread disinformation during the election, both through ads and user content. She said Warner is seeking a committee hearing on the issue and left open the possibility that the senator could seek a subpoena for the material. 2 years ago, when the Senate Intelligence Committee first sought information from Facebook about accounts linked to spreading propaganda for the Islamic State, they told us to pound sand, Senator Richard Burr, the Republican chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, said, according to a CNN account of the panel's clash with the social media company. Since then, the company has expanded its efforts to remove terrorist-related content, setting up its own counterterrorism squad under the direction of a former federal prosecutor, Monica Bickert, including linguists who review material posted from across the globe and take down content that violate its policies. What was especially alarming is that the accounts traced back to a company previously known as the Internet Research Agency, a St. Petersburg-based enterprise, widely described as a troll factory, headed by Evgeny Prigozhin, a wealthy businessman and former restaurateur who is so close to the Russian president he is known as Putin's cook. The Internet Research Agency has been linked in multiple media accounts to the spreading of fake news stories around the world, including a phony video showing a U.S. soldier shooting a Quran and a fabricated account of an explosion at a Louisiana chemical plant.